Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today is Friday, October 2nd, but I am reading on Donald John Trump's Sunday, October 4th. And for my new viewers, I do that because just in case I have trouble with the internet, I have kind of slow internet here, and it goes out once in a while. So it's what I have to do to honor my commitment to having the dailies uploaded on time. And then also with people on the East Coast that they're a few hours ahead of me, so I want to make sure that they get them on time. And everybody likes to have them the day ahead of time. So of course, with this being Sunday's video, it'll be released on Saturday. But this is Friday for me. Okay, so I'm going to do my normal 7-card spread. So tuning into Donald John Trump's Sunday, October 4th. Okay, forces in motion, his challenges, his real feelings. How's he feeling? His actions, his karma for the day, and of course, it's been accruing, his future, and the outcome of the day for the day. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and layer. Let me pull the cards for the Lenormand that will go on top. Forces in motion, challenges, how he's feeling, what he's doing, his karma, his future, and the outcome. Okay, so set all these aside. So the forces in motion are the Wheel of Fortune reversed. His challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. His real feelings, we have the 8 of Wands reversed. Let's get these in frame here. Sorry, I always have a challenge with that. Looking through the viewfinder, I've got a bright window in front of me, and sometimes it's hard to see the edges. What he's actually doing, we have Judgment reversed. The karma for him is Temperance, straight up. That's really interesting. Okay, and his future, we have the 10 of Wands, straight up. And the outcome for the day is the 4 of Wands reversed. All right, so let's dive into the tarot portion. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, well, things are not going well for him. This is, something, this is an external force of which he has no control over. Even straight up, it can be, this is a very karmic card, and it has to do with, choices made in the past. It's like decisions and tests, and wherever you land has to do with your decisions that you made in the past, and then now you're at a testing point. Well, and it's, like turning points is the way to read the card. Now, some people read it as like good fortune straight up and bad fortune straight down. I don't believe in good or bad luck. I believe in the law of karma and choices that we make in the past, and that brings in, what you're experiencing presently, and then you get to make the choices. And then, some people have, you get to make the choices to decide how to continue forward. Now, some people do have lifetimes that are easier, and that's because they're meant to have a break and heal and integrate, and or maybe they came in just to be with certain family members to help them heal. There's all different reasons, and that's between them and their spirit and their higher self intentions for each lifetime. So So that's how I see it. That's kind of another whole story. But if you watch my daily spiritual growth videos, where I use a different deck, more of that information comes through. But this is devoted to Donald Trump, and on this day, for his Sunday. What was it? October. Here, I wrote it down over here somewhere. Yeah, Sunday, October 4th. He's feeling at a low point. This has to do with, just something out of control. So the forces that are in control is that he's not in control. And his challenge is, with the Ace of Pentacles, straight up, the good thing about that is that if you're open to the universe and you're willing to, go through the gateway, through the other side and follow your path, and it has to be a peaceful path. With the white lilies here, it has to do with purity. So if your spirit is pure, then you don't have, if your soul is pure, your spirit's always pure. Your spirit's always guiding you to the lessons that you need. But our soul substance is not always pure. Now, if our soul substance is pretty crusty like his is, then there's the inability to open to all the good in life, all the love and happiness. Now, he's good at opening to money, and that's his major life task, is to get over feeling that he needs to have a lot of money in order to be loved and approved of. But he's not going to be, I don't know if he's going to get through that this lifetime, but anyway, his challenge now is to open up to receiving what real love is, and actual support, physical support. I don't think he'll do that very well, because with the pure soul substance, when it's free and clear, it doesn't have residual guilt built up around it. And the guilt is what keeps us stuck. If we don't believe that we really deserve, all the good and the love in life, then we can't receive it. So his challenge is in receiving the support to help him change and get through this. There may be a place where he knows that this is between him and his spirit, and him having been diagnosed with the coronavirus. Whether or not it's true, whether or not he's faking it, it's going to come through in these daily cards. So we'll find out, as time goes on. But whether or not he's faking it, I don't think he is, because this is one of those cards. I mean, we have 3 major arcanas here, and this is one of those cards that it has to do with external forces that you are not in control of, when it's reversed. So he may be going through something on it. Well, this, of course, physical. The Pentacles are always about physical. So his challenge is to open up to a new chapter, physically. Can he get through that gateway there? That's his real challenge. He may be having, a little powwow, like his spirit might be trying to get through. But then again, him, he's probably just watching Fox News and listening to how the economy is tanking, and he's probably wondering, like, well, what do I do now? I mean, I don't know. We'll see with the cards. We'll get something. Anyway, he's out of control. The forces of nature are working against him. His higher self is probably having a little bit of trying to get through, trying to have a little bit of a powwow with him. But whether or not he opens to that, that's up to him. No one can make us do anything. Now, up here with how he's feeling. Well, when the 8 of Wands is straight up, it's like a lot of things are in the air, but they're coming through quickly, really quickly. A lot's coming down. So when they're up in the air like that, nothing's really landing. It's one of those. It's a frustration, it's a card of frustration when it's reversed. There's a waiting and a holding off. There's, things aren't, just like I said, things aren't landing. So he's feeling like he's being held back, and he's feeling frustrated. So that's really interesting. Now with what he's actually doing with the Judgment card reversed here, he's going through some self-doubt, of course, but he's not examining himself. When it's reversed, when the Judgment card is reversed, there's a refusal to go inside and self-reflect. So therefore, your skeletons that have been in the closet are now coming out for everyone to see. So whether or not he's faking this illness, it's now out there to his followers that that it's not a hoax. If he's trying to fake it, he's also at the same time saying that the coronavirus isn't a hoax. And, if he's getting it himself, well then, what does that tell you? So, okay, so his karma with temperance, his karma has to do, and I read the temperance card different than other readers because of my training and my background in spiritual law. I see this as the law of mutuality. And when in its highest sense, it has to do with opening up to all the forces, love, everything in life that makes life beautiful. And if you can open up to that, then it's like you opening up to the yes to life, and then you opening up to something even bigger. It creates, that's why we have an archangel here. When there's two forces that come together, it opens up to, it creates another, huge entity, which is life, and greater consciousness, great spirit, Buddha consciousness, the forces of love is what I call it, universal wisdom, the universe, you can call it God, you can call it Christ, Allah, whatever it is that you call, the powers that be. There has to be something holding this together here on Earth. I mean, we're flying through space at what, 67, no, the Earth is spinning at 67,000 miles per hour. Is it per hour? I guess something like that. I don't know, I forget. But then it's also like moving through, we're moving through this system, around the sun. And of course, we're held. My point is that we're held in this web, and we don't fall off. We're held in this web of love, and we don't fall off the planet. So we have to trust that there's something holding this all together. He may be having a powwow with that. That's his karma. Is he really opening up to God? Is he really opening up to the forces of love? Is he really opening up to, great spirit, greater consciousness, his higher self? Or does he feel too guilty that he doesn't deserve that? That's the challenge. That's what's got this going on here. Or that's what this is going on here. That's what has this spinning here. So, if you want to read this card as the way, traditional tarot, we're dealing with getting things in balance. His karma is to rebalance his soul substance, honor his calling and rebalance his soul substance, to not be excessive, to not be hateful, to open up to all the good in life, to be tolerant, most of all. With this card, it's about tolerance in the traditional, meaning of tarot. It's like patience and tolerance. It's everything that, spirit's higher self is comprised of. He doesn't do that. But that's his karma, is to get back to that place. But this is very telling here. So, moving forward, his future is an extreme burden. And can he make it? Can you make it? I mean, all the tens are pretty much like, you're there and you're done. You're either going to make it or you're going to die trying. Now, with the outcome for the day, this has to do, when the Four of Wands is straight up, we're looking at happiness and community and events. This is my Mar-a-Lago card, of course. Now, he probably really wants to go there, but it looks like he can't get there. You know, there's a breakdown in communication, there's a breakdown in the family, there's a breakdown in his home life, and, you know, everything's kind of fallen apart there. It can be like, you know, a change of residence, straight up or reversed, you know, can be like a transition. You know, when it's reversed, it's more of a transition. So a transition to where? Let's use the Lenormand. Okay, so we have the Stars card to give more information about the forces in motion. And then we have the Tree card as to give us more information about the challenges. The Tree card is all about your health. This is about, you know, new health or not. And, you know, I've already discussed that, you know, we've already talked about, or I've already spoken to, given voice to that place where his soul is probably feeling very guilty. But with the Stars card, that's about the spread of a health issue. Is he feeling guilty yet? Is he consciously aware of all the people that he put into danger by continuing to travel? Hope Hicks had her test and was diagnosed, and then she tested positive, and then he still went to, I believe it was Minnesota. He got back on the plane when he didn't need to. There has to be some guilt there around that, if he would open up to it. These are the forces in motion. These super spreading events that he's been creating, and you know, and they are health. They're very it's health risk. Okay, so his real feelings. He wants to talk to somebody, but this is also a card of stress. What he's actually doing, I have no idea, but something, well, I'll draw some more cards. But it could be something very shocking. Very shocking or very quick. That's interesting. Very shocking or very quick. Well, let's add it to the Judgment reversed, where you're refusing to examine yourself. There's that refusal to go inward, and your skeletons are coming out. And then you have this, you know, this sudden, it just could be something really sudden that comes through. So what's, as far as doing something surprising, you know, I mean, this is lightning, it's shocking, it comes down, it's like bolt of lightning coming down to the ground. So, and it's, you know, and it's, we're in the realm of electricity here, and as well as the Stars card. The Stars, you know, rules the internet and electricity, but this is very electric. Okay, I'll draw more cards, but let's keep going with this because, oh my goodness, the shattered mirror has to do with breaking. It could be about breaking a pattern, but it's, you know, it's not good. It's very challenging. It's one of those, you know, one of the most challenging cards in this little deck anyway, because it disrupts everything. You know, it's kind of like in life, you accidentally break a glass or you break a mirror, or, you know, you break, the shards go flying, and you have, no matter what you've been doing, you have to stop and you have to take care of this. So I think that's what this is all about. Mostly it's just that now he has to stop and deal with this. This also is a card of false beliefs. So that's his karma, of course, is that he's had many, many, many false beliefs that have been spinning, you know, throughout his life. It's also taking a break So back to over here. I don't know that he's going to be getting away to Mar-a-Lago like he likes to, and he's just so overwhelmed with what's going on in his body. So the future for him with the letter card, it's prescriptions, and then with the outcome card, having the whip or broom or birch rod, however you want to call this card, that has to do with a fever. By this day, he's got a good fever going on, I think. And that could be what this is all about, him trying to rebalance. Interesting. Okay, let me get this deck back out here, and I want more information about this card because this is what he's doing. He's needing to self-reflect, but maybe what his body is actually doing, because when we're in the realm of doing, it has to do with your body's actions, whether you have control over it or not. So what is he actually doing on Sunday, October 4th? Okay. Oops. Wow, that's interesting. So, something shocking that has to do with money and getting people to commit or getting a partnership to commit. Yeah, and some kind of transactional, based on his goals that just, it goes back to his money. I honestly think that he's laying in bed, he's upside down, health-wise, and he's having to, because you have to remember, just think, on a normal level, the way he functions in life is, and has always been, go, 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 go. He doesn't stop and self-reflect. Now with him being ill, he has to. Whether he's faking it or not, he's isolating himself, and he's staying, up in that top floor of the, that's where the presidential residence is, and he's having to stay in. He's upside down, and he's having to self-reflect, whether he likes it or not, and then maybe he's just rebelling. Maybe this is about, like the lightning bolts that hit the ground, like, no, I don't want to. I want the money. I need the people to get me the money, and I want it now. What if that's what's going on? He might be just freaking out. And freaking out because he might be finally breaking down into realizing some false beliefs around. He may have always thought, the Teflon Don, like he can always get away with it. Well, maybe he's realizing that he can't. And I really think this looks like a fever. By then he's got, these could be, well, not necessarily doctors, but I think we can take for granted that no matter what, he's got Walter Reed there. He's got a Walter Reed Hospital, and he has a staff that can take, very good care of anything that he needs. So, but he's completely burdened. His future is he's completely burdened. This could be the votes that don't go his way because he's been abusive. And this could definitely be a fever that has developed, full-blown by Sunday. Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I have for today. Well, I guess we'll just keep watching the news, and yeah. Okay. Thank you. Take care.